Hi and welcome back to another Bestestimes Reborn YouTube video. It's Sunday the 27th of July 2025, 9:11 AM, and the current temperature is, wait for it to load, it says 22.7 degrees Celsius, feels like 24.7, 89% humidity, 0 millimeters of rain since 9 AM, which of course 11 minutes ago. Let's have a look at the radar. No rain on the radar anywhere. Oh, right out in the ocean there is. Okay, well I'm your host Brad and welcome to Bestestimes Reborn. What we're doing today is walking as far as we can until the battery runs out on the camera. So I'm starting my watch now, the tracking on my watch for the kilometers and all that, and if you hear it during the walk, that's from the start of the walk. So anything you hear from that, yeah, be the distance from the start of the walk. So we can get across the highway before the traffic comes. Always good to walk on this side for once. So we're at Gundy Hill in Innisfail, Queensland, Australia, in the tropics. Looks like a nice sunny day. Looks like it's going to stay sunny, which is always a plus. And we'll head off down towards the Gundy Hill Hotel. Stay on this side for a while. Probably go down a few different streets and things to have a look. And see how far we can get on the battery on this camera. So I haven't got a spare battery with me, but I do have a power bank, which I'm not going to use until after, maybe to charge to do a second video. And that's it. So going over Railway Street, this is the footpath they built last year before, whatever it was. Don't want to rubbish, of course. Margarine container. The plants they put here. Back where we just came from. Family barber shop, and then Jasmine Thai massage. That's open 7 days a week, Jasmine Thai massage. I don't know if there's more than one person that works in there, but wow, 7 AM till 6 PM, 7 days. Call Jasmine. Wow. Booking appointments or any questions by text message only. Sometime we're busy. For your convenience, send messages too. Alright, yeah. Oh, there you go. But anyway, we'll continue along. It's Gundy Hill Hotel. Try not to run out of energy in the time of doing the video. I reckon we'll get about 20 kilometers, maybe more out of this battery. But you never know, we'll have to wait and see how it works out. Keep you informed on the time every now and then and the distance. When I hear the watch start doing its thing, I'll put it up near the microphone. So you can hear it. This is Ampol, which used to be Caltex, and this spot used to be IBS Engineering. Used to be in this location. Different buildings, of course. And you've got the metro. Yeah, the lighting's not the best at this hour. Facing this way. It's got the sun there in the wrong spot. But such is life. The metro coming up. There's any flickering of the lights. It's not like that in person. It's just the way the camera is. Now, one of the issues is my editing software has been downgrading my footage to 2.4K instead of 4K. I don't know why it does that. I set it to 4K 60 like I record in, and it's been downgrading it to 2.4K 60 frames per second, so bear with me with that. Hopefully they fix that. I don't really like it being downgraded. Just doesn't look as good. There's TJ's Diners coming soon, where the Gundy Hill Bakery used to be. Like a truck here for sale. Yep, an Isuzu. And it's like an SUV of some sort. And there's 2 hire vehicles to do with network car and truck rental over at the car wash. Coming up on the mobile 24-hour. A lot of people call it. I know they still do, but I know they used to. It used to be known as Mobile Central by the taxi drivers for years. Because you had the mobile out near the August Moon Caravan Park. August Moon, yeah. On the way out to Marillion. And then you had Pezzolato's was a mobile. Then you had this one as a mobile service station. So, you know, about time they fixed all this pathway here. It's pretty horrible along here. Very old school style houses here. Petrol pumps, whatever you want to call them. There's Best Buy carpet, a vinyl carpet, vinyl planks or something. I don't know. I don't know why they're allowed to use that Best Buy with that tag like Best Buy in America. So I doubt they're affiliated with it. It's a plant shop NQ, which is open. Try that Blackbird Espresso coffee. There's 180 Edith Street across there. And then back where we just came from. Going to the auto wash. And such. This one's Michael Street. Michael Street. Try and show as much detail like we normally do. Trying to cover a bit of distance though. See what we can get. Sundown Engineering. 145 Edith Street. So this is the Edith Street in the Bruce Highway. But we're going to go down Grace Street, which has nothing to do with me. If you know, you know. Well, I said that. It's Pelican Street over there. Coastal Marine and Outdoors, where bow repairs and different places have been over the years. And Coastal Marine, Coastal Farm and Motorcycles, there we go. Yeah, 'cause the other one's Coastal Marine and Outdoors across the road. So if you're watching this video and you're wondering where that place was that I took photos of the other day that had a little bit of, slight bit of groceries and I couldn't take too much in there. Well, it's here, where John Williams Motorcycles used to be. Next to where the rock shop used to be, there's Joy, which I'm pretty sure it's a daycare centre. But you look at this here, you can see inside there and see the little bit of stuff in there. Crisps and different things. This has got Joy, Learn, Grow, Play. I just think it's quite strange that the this place doesn't have any sort of signage, and they expect people to know that it's even there. I didn't notice it by chance from the other side of the road, looking at, oh, there's something in there. So I went and had a look one night when I was walking past. Took those couple of photos that are on old and new Innisfail photos on Facebook if you want to see them. It's Gordon Street. Yeah, Gordon Street down here. There's a whole heap of people standing on that grass down there yesterday when I walked past. Like right down the end, where the grass is higher down there, but on the actual field. I don't know what that was all about. Anyway, there's Page Park across there. Hopefully when we turn we'll be facing away from the sun, but I don't think so. Lucky I'm wearing sunburn cream. Yeah, Page Park. Repco over there. Yellow, black and red and white building. And then advanced auto electrics up here. Used to be Cardross mining. I think it was built for Cardross mining. Super cheap auto in the Commonwealth Hotel. My funny looks off people as always. I'm used to it. Don't really like it sometimes, because sometimes they're real snarly looks, quite nasty looking, like what's he up to. It's all harmless. It's all for history. Look back and see what the area was like. If you were walking along here on this day, on this particular time, and all that, this is what you would have seen if you were looking at the same direction as me. So it's just like that. That's Donald Street, as in Donald Duck. That same Donald. Probably wouldn't be named after him, of course. There's the drive-through for Commonwealth Hotel, and then where the taxi office is, and then the back of Kayla Lawyers. It used to be CRT local bloke. Still see the colouring for that at the back, which was Kayla Lawyer's dad, Anthony, had it for years. Rural and camping supplies and things. Cane pumping and irrigation. Some of the storage yard. It'd be interesting if you're watching this in 20 years time, if it's still like that, or whether there's a house built there or a business of some sort. Some sort of building. Yeah, well, this is Grace Street. I don't know if I mentioned that before, but yeah, I did. Australian Workers Union. That's also Maurice Blackburn, or Morris Blackburn Lawyers. I was considering going down here. I don't know. Sort of shown down there so many times. The NQAS Power Shed, Agricultural Industry, Trades and Engineering. This is Star Liquor Warehouse, which used to be Video Easy. Yeah, Video Easy, video shop. And you got BCF across there. Boating, camping, fishing. Can't mention every single place, but Kasuri Coast self-storage. They used to have a keypad. Yeah, people used to play around with it. Now it seems to be where you'd use a card, like a card route, or you tap it against it, type of thing. It's Kasuri Coast self-storage. The other signage. Let's look back where we just came from, so you can see a bit more detail. Where the red is the old Video Easy. Yes, the editing software might really have an issue with such a long video. So we'll see how we go. Might have to be part 1, part 2, part 3. Something like that. Must be nearly up to the 1 kilometre, yeah. Very close to it. So I'll keep the watch up near the microphone so you can hear it. And I'll stop talking when it comes on. Anzac Memorial Park and BCF. And you've got the EV chargers down there. It's Glady Street. It's about 3 minutes off, or 3.3 kilometres off being a kilometre in range. Distance, I mean. We'll show across to BCF.
Total 1 kilometer. 13 minutes 23 seconds. 1448 steps. Heart rate 118 beats per minute.
See where this Range Rover goes? Very British. Usually you'll see better than what I'm seeing on the little screen. You'll see that better in the video. Oh, we do. We might walk through Anzac Memorial Park, also known as King George Park. A lot of people call it that because of the King George Memorial Gate at the other end. I sort of want to change it up from where I was going to go. So where I was going to go was very usual, but you never know where I'm going to go. Wet Sunday order, electrical and air conditioning. Well, there you go. Probably a subcontractor or something. There's BCF. And the dentist. Dentist in that white building. Then Island Coast Ford. Okay, so this is Anzac Memorial Park. The other thing that might happen with the camera too is overheating, so I might have to turn it off and turn it back on after a little while, so I'll stop so I don't go any distance without recording. Sometimes you've got to let it cool down for like a minute or two and you can continue on. It'll work for a good 10 minutes, then it'll, yeah. I wish they'd put cooling in one of these. I wish they'd make a new version of this that was water resistant and had some sort of cooling in it for temperatures like this, for the heat we get here, the humidity, and that really affects the cameras. That's just the band rotunda. It's meant to be an alcohol-free zone, but that doesn't stop people, sadly. Shown this in detail in many videos. You can actually see it on the end of the NAIDOC Week video from this year. That's while I walked up there. So they were doing stuff there, so getting video from there. Used to be a lock and a door on this, so people wouldn't use the PowerPoints, but of course they've broken that off so they can use it. Know why people have to do that. Yeah, they might want to charge their phones. Buy a power bank if you've got the money. Charge it up at home. Use the power bank to keep things charged up. A decent power bank, but it's always good. Just the playground. These people will walk through here, or whether they're going straight ahead. They're going straight ahead, which is good for me video wise, that they're not in the shot. You might see them a little bit, but there's your playground. It's good to show the playground, to show what it was like kids that used to play here can see, reminisce. Oh, I remember playing in that playground. Yeah, I played in it when I was a kid. It was different. It had a flying fox type thing. It was pretty cool. Toilet block. And Roscoe's over there. Roscoe's Pizza Pasta restaurant. Still wondering whether there's going to be a sign across there. I think so. Because when I mentioned it to Roscoe on a Facebook post, he said, "Watch this space." I don't know if it was him that was replying or someone else, but that was last year, I think. Because the wiring's probably there from the old service station sign. So we're on Edith Street, crossing over Ernest Street. Looking down towards KFC, McDonald's, BP, Domino's, Subway, and Kmart. And there's Hungry Jack's. Seapoint Corner, that's where Coles Supermarket is. Let's see if there's any rice there. A lot of people just for some reason dump rice there, and all the pigeons hang around, but I don't see any. You might have seen that in some of my other videos. Well, I've shown it over the years. Anyway, let's continue along. trolley full of rubbish, of course, because they took away the bins from here. But even so, even when there's bins, sometimes people still dump rubbish. And I've seen people drive up to the town rubbish bins and put their rubbish from home in them too, which I don't agree with. It makes it hard for people trying to do the right thing in town. Yeah, they should pay Kmart pay trolleys. People put them all together and get the $2 out of it. Just looking at the mechanism, how they work. Got so full of rubbish. I wonder if trolleys ever get cleaned by the trolley people and that, because you know it's pretty gross the stuff you see in them, and we just put our groceries in them willy-nilly. Yeah, there's EV games. Well, you see them in the weirdest places, the rubbish. I mean the trolleys. Council worker cleaning, looking at rubbish and that, which is good to see. Terry White Chemist. It's on to Owen Street going across, where that van's coming out of. And I'm gonna have a look at the place that I saw yesterday and see if it's see what's going on. Like Lolly's Gifts or something in international drinks. Something like that, it had written on it. Bob Catter's office. Honourable Bob Catter MP. Well, people sitting down here, so it makes it harder to video where I want to show. There is photos on old New Innisfail photos of it that I took yesterday. Commonwealth Bank. Oh, we'll probably cross over so you can see the outside a bit better. Picnics. Well, I don't know if Westies is open, but there's always some more gifts, accessories, international drinks. Okay. Someone will try and park here while I'm trying to cross. Don't want to get in the middle and show the outside of it. Yeah, Westies is open. That's why they're here. Like I've said in the past, it's hard to show the signage for Westies because it's so shiny, and it makes it very hard to take photos or videos of because of all that. A lot of people at the real premises, which is good to see. Good to see business thriving. Seems to do well with the breakfast crowd. Yeah. We'll walk past and get our looks of people. He's got a camera. Of course, we won't overboardly show people, but give you an idea that there's a lot of people using it. A lot of people there. Wow. So, anyway, mosey on down here. Down the main street, Edith Street. See what's going on down here. Looks like, sounds like pressure washing. And hopefully it is. So much better. It needs it more regularly. We can only show what we can show as best as we can. Like always, it'd be nice to enjoy the shade up here, but I'm trying to show the outside of the buildings too. That makes it a bit harder. So I don't know if I meant to really walk through here. This part here doesn't say no entry, but it's got this sign here. I know there's a guy pressure washing way up. I'll cross over anyway. Out of manners. Chemist Warehouse. where Harris Brothers used to be. It used to be a bit of a Regent arcade, and there was a Regent theatre there back in the old days. We'll show across where the guys pressure washing when we get up there. Back towards Owen Street. Pilates studio. The Wealth Pilates. Hopefully that'll last a long time and do well. But we always show you just in case, because you never know, come along one day and it's gone. Got in know Deb's Florist was closing down, and all of a sudden, gone. So we'll show across the old Hotel Grand Central, Innisfail Food Emporium. Doing the pressure washing up near the old Unties, the old Commonwealth Bank. Pressure washing across there. It gets very slippery around on these these pavers. Glad they're doing it. Trying to show these people doing their thing. This one here is Rankin Street. You got the post office here, so we're crossing over Rankin Street now towards the post office. Of course, it's the Sunday, so these places are closed. We'll go down Cutter Court. See, courthouse. And be wary of these pavers too. A lot of them move under your feet. Yeah. So, well, if you've got mobility issues, I wouldn't say walk down here at all. Even on the other side in the middle, over where the camera's facing. Don't even go over there. It's not safe. Especially when it's wet, it's so slippery. Hopefully they replace it with all that Pebblecrete stuff like they've done in some of Rankin Street. Yeah, it'd be nice to see that there. All the way along here. It's like this sort of stuff, like it's on here. It's the Innisfail and District Historical Society, pardon me, a museum. Art Deco stuff in there. I don't know if you can see it properly, but Art Deco Festival, 14th to the 21st of September in Innisfail. I've recorded a few videos of that in prior years. Not last year, but the year before they asked me to do it. So you can see that amongst my videos. I think I did an actual playlist just for their stuff. I think there's a playlist for it, so check that out. There's your 4KZ, Cool FM up the top. Thank you Radio, in other words, thankyouRadio.com.au. The advertising ideas people. You can see all the stations that they own. 4KZ, 4AM, Cool FM, 88.7 Kick FM, which is at the Tablelands, and 4AY Country. That's AM 873. So that Kick FM, that's up the Tablelands, yeah. Yeah, look here. Look how horrible this is. If you didn't realise that, you didn't see it at night because the lighting's not great. You could trip over on that. It's like it's come out and they've just placed it back in. Not installed it properly. Yeah, it's dangerous. We try to be as positive as possible on this channel, but there is some dangerous things that need to be pointed out so people know when they walk along. If you're new to the town, you're just checking out the video to see what it's like, just be careful when you walk down here. And on the other side, it's pretty terrible too. Over here near the Cane Cutter Monument. So this is Fitzgerald Esplanade. We've shown over that side multiple, probably hundreds of times over the years, so we'll start on this side, and plus there's kids on that side in the playground. There's Riverside Family Dental. It's hard to read the names of the dentists that are there. Just the names of the people aren't easy to pronounce. One of them, the last name's Close. C-L-O-S-E, so I don't know if you can read it on the video. The zoom's not great on this, so. Max Employment, where Millennium Air Conditioning used to be, and Lifeline was there. It was the last place before Max. Lifeline. Lifeline's now in the arcade if you're looking for it. Innisfail Food Emporium. I won't mention absolutely every place and what used to be there. It gets a bit much. So. Rain and Horn selling this. Be interesting to see if they do build that there. Another one of these, like the Blues building up here. Well, it was always known as the Blues building back in the day. Coming out of there, so we'll show respect. I remember there used to be a shed here, and Dave's detailing down next to it. Well, it wasn't a shed, it was more of a hall, but it was more used as a shed. So it had a stage in it. I don't know what it was used for at one stage, but I know there was a second-hand dealer in there. That's how I got to go in there to have a look. Yeah, second-hand dealer. And Skillshare was down the back behind it, doing welding classes and that. And I did a welding class and got my welding ticket at the time, which is well out of date, but yeah. Shout out to Steve, that was one of the teachers there, rest in peace. Sadly, he's long gone. He was nice. The Imperial Tavern, we'll have to talk over this music. It's all done up nicely, and of course they got to have the weird carpet, but anyway, like these places always do. Anyway, what do we say as we walk past? Because it's all the same. And that, because they got the copyrighted music. And that, which makes it hard. They usually have TVs going outside here. They do. They got the AFL going there, which you probably can't see, it's very dull. Used to be a lot brighter, even during the day. And they got the golf on there. Anyway, we'll continue along. Crossover. Oh, very strong smell. I'll have cigarette smoke right there. That doesn't look too safe, but anyway. Wonder why they got that open like that. Anyway, going past the police like that. That's what used to be the Robert Johnson. The Innisfail Riverfront Motel. I suppose if they sit on the veranda or stand on the veranda, they can see down here. That's sort of riverfront. It's back over to the Imperial Tavern. So it's starting to get quite warm. Oh, you get out of breath. Rain and Horn, and then Innisfail Seafood. Innisfail Seafood has their little coffee shop outside, which does really well. It seems to do quite well. There's always a lot of trendy type people outside it. I assume it does quite well. So they do enough to cover their costs, which is the main thing. Nice if they can make extra. There's the Innisfail Fire Station. And the old Masonic Lodge. I like how they've kept the Masonicness to it, even though it's share housing now. Share accommodation and that. Fish and chips, $15. Wow, used to pay a lot less for them there years ago. A couple of years ago. They'd have Chippy Tuesday or something. Oh, this isn't Tuesday, so they might still have that. Don't really go there, don't need to. Anyway, we'll continue along. Yeah, if you're a regular viewer of my channel, this is where that chappie on the bike came out further up here at time and was yelling out stuff through town when he'd see me. Just up where that guy's running, in the corner of Alice and Fitzgerald Esplanade. Doctor surgery. Dr. Palmer. Yeah, it was Dr. Palmer's surgery. Yes, getting warmer and warmer and warmer. I may end up dehydrating before the video's over, so. Anyway, we'll continue along. Do what we do. Show what we can show. We've walked on the other side so many times in video. Yeah, it was just around the corner here where chappie come out. Was eyeing me off, like pretty full on. It's one of the oldest parts of the Innisfail hospital. Used to be the nurses' quarters back in the day. So like I said before, this is Alice Street, A-L-I-C-E, like Alice in Wonderland. Very, very steep hill. Hopefully that shows up on video how steep it is. Yeah, I saw a woman once roller skating down there, and then crab walking sideways up, and then down again, and then up. I was sitting on the seat over here, the table and chairs over there. I was like, far out. When I saw that, I wasn't expecting it. The old school roller skates too. Probably a new version of them, but yeah, the four-wheel roller skates, not blades. Yeah, so there's one of the oldest parts of the Innisfail hospital that's left. Pardon the runny nose. Oh, yeah, this time of the year, doesn't matter how hot it is, the hotter it gets, the worse my nose gets at times. The skate park across there. If you're wondering where that is, it's right there. And back where we just came from. I'd like to show that for a bit of detail. That's where the dentist is, the hospital dentist. Oral health services, no charge dental treatment. 1300 300 850. Yeah, building 3, dental pathology. Innisfail Hospital, Cairns and Hinterland Hospital and Health Services. There we go. Just turns onto Flampies Point Road, or just continues along. You can go to Emily Street, or continue down in Fitzgerald Esplanade past the tennis courts, which is where we're going to go. So we're up to 38 minutes. Nearly 3 kilometres. I didn't hear the 2 kilometre thingy, but it's, what time is it? It's 9:49 AM still. Well, it's not still, but so bear with me. We'll go as much as I can anyway. But we'll try and go till just near when the battery dies, because yeah, I want to be able to save the recording so we don't lose it. Don't want to walk all that distance and lose the recording. Wouldn't be much fun. And we'll try not to overlap and double up, like walk down the same part twice in a video type of situation. So they're doing work over here, so we might cross over and have a look, see what's happening. Stuff down here. Huh. Be nice if they put a decent pathway through there. So they've put some like blue metal stuff through there. I think the crusher dust type stuff. I think that's there for they do pipes and things. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it down there. Where that sign is, posting that. Anyway, we'll continue up here, have a look. People are always interested in part when I go right up here. It's hard not to double up sometimes when you're trying to do these sort of videos, but we'll see. See where we get to. I mean, we've shown these places, but I mean doubling up on the one video. In the one video, there's Emily Street down towards the Innisfail State School, used to be known as Central. Don't know if anyone calls it that now. CCUS, so CCUS Celtic or Celtic Construction and Utility Services, TTC. Not Toronto Tech and Transit. That's Triple T anyway, so yeah, shout out to Henry. Been watching his videos when he's been on like Vancouver Island and different places. Definitely worth watching his live streams. Yeah, Toronto Tech and Transit. Henry, check it out. Let him know that Bestestimes sent you. Big shout out to Henry. Always enjoy watching his videos, especially the one he showed in the park, which was really nice, where he's showing the peacocks and different other flora and fauna and things. It was really interesting to see. Show the machinery here and where they really need to fix this pathway up. Yeah, it's disgusting how they ruined it with the machinery last time round. But anyway, they've refinished this, which is great. Yeah, so definitely check out Toronto Tech and Transit, get it right, and Canadian Facility. Alex Explores TO, I think the other one is. Check out T-Shods. Tara. Yeah, check out her channel. She's always worth watching. Very interesting. Check out the Can Continuum. Check out Johnny Strides. Epic Nation HD is another one I like watching. Just needs stabilization. Same with Alex. Anyway, it's all good. Yeah, so I was watching Tara this morning. Very interesting. As always, showing around Toronto in Canada. So always interesting to see different places. And like with Henry, he's on holidays at the moment, going all these different places and doing live streams. He was in a South Korean fusion restaurant last night. Got to see him trying out the food. He really liked it, but he couldn't eat it all. He had to take some with him, get a doggy bag, as we call it here. There's the tennis courts. Sorry we didn't show the clubhouse that much, or at all. Too busy showing the roadworks here and shouting out Henry and his crew. There's probably others I've missed. But yeah, Epic Nation HD, Canadian Facility, Alex Walks TO, I think it's called. T-Shods, Johnny Strides, Can Continuum, and probably heaps more that I've forgotten. Shout out to all them. Definitely like, share, comment, subscribe on their channels. Help them out. Let's get them up in subscribers. Always good to show your support to people giving it a go. Feel free to mention my channel in their chat that you were recommended by Bestestimes Reborn. They know the name because I comment a lot on their videos, on their live streams and on their normal pre-recorded videos. So they go live quite regularly. You get to see around Toronto. Interesting commentary, information about the areas. Well, this is so much better the way they've added this extra over it, but now they need to put markings for pedestrians and cyclists. Let people know that it's for both, because the council says it's for both. It's not just for cyclists. A lot of cyclists think that pathways are only for them, and that's not the case. It's for both. So No, there's machinery up there. Can't think of the name of the guy's channel I was trying to think of. He's in Britain, and he's always going on about machinery. He's just bought a telehandler and a forklift or something. I forget. Yeah, I think it was telehandler and some sort of tractor thing with a forklift bit on it. He'd like this. But not that he watches my videos, but if he ever did, hey, here you go. Of course, his girlfriend, the General. Yes, the General. I can't even think of her name. That's bad. But here's FGF bitumen, WA100F. Bit of machinery here. Wow. Yeah, he'd stop and take a photo of this. That's John. Most probably. And she'd have a go at him because she gets sick of hearing about the machinery. Oh, it's a great bit of kit for the workshop. Because people have got a graffiti. And if you're dumb enough to graffiti, it's always got to be rude stuff, these people. I don't know. A bit of more creativity. Not that you should be doing it at all, I don't condone it even slightly. But, you know, get a bit of originality. If you're silly enough to do it, this is Groom Esplanade. We won't go over there, it's always covered in glass, the ground and that. Often rubbish. Oh, they put a bin back here. It doesn't mean people will use it, sadly. It's towards Anthony Street, Paul Street, all that. Yeah, it's Anthony here. Comes Paul Street when you turn up there. When you turn right. But we're not going to go down there.
Total 3 kilometers. 43 minutes 34 seconds. 4,451 steps. Heart rate 121 beats per minute.
Anthony Street sign. Your Cullinane sign. So that's a suburb of Cullinane. I've shown these old school telecom Telstra signs over the time, so we won't need to show that. There's back where we just were before. We might go up here and go down that footpath just to show how bad that footpath is. So we'll walk on the opposite side than we did before, so we're not fully backtracking. And that. I like a lot of the nice plants along there that these people have got at their residences. Very nice. Joel Rowing Club. I think they have Zumba there. I think I read that one other time, gymnastics and all that. Bit of fitness, I mean. Yeah, fitness. Fitness classes and that. The security camera, there should be one on each end, I think. Yoga on the river. There we go, yoga on the river, it says there. Yeah, security camera on each end wouldn't go astray. So you can see the other entrance in there. Footage. Aeroplane. Yeah, it was Canadian Pasili had already done an 8-hour plus video when he met up with T-Shots. 8 hours of streaming, live streaming. I asked him how much data that would take and he didn't know how much data it would use to the live stream for that long. Whew. I like watching videos where they put a lot of effort in and they use stabilization so you can actually, so you don't get motion sickness watching it, because some of them are just, some people are just, it's so so wobbly and all that, it's very hard to watch. Johnston River. The South Johnston River, which someone argued with me that it's not the South Johnston River. They got really upset with me. And oh, it's the North Johnston there. No, it's not. The South Johnston's near the North Johnston Bridge. Well, the North Johnston Bridge is called the North Johnston Bridge for a particular reason, because it's the North Johnston River. And it says that it's the South Johnston River when you go over the Jubilee Bridge. So, yeah, they got really upset with me because I had South Johnston River written on a photo, an old new Innisfail photo. This is a couple of years ago. Oh, well, other people got on and said, no, he's right. Oh, saying I was right and everything, but no, these people just wouldn't take it. So I just gave up. Like, whatever. Believe what you want to believe. I know what I know. Narada Tea advertising on there. They're a sponsor, and so is Dynamic Timbers of the Tennis Association. I knew that. She was avoiding the speed bump. Yeah, going on to the car park part to avoid the speed bump. Anyway, here's the footpath that they've completely ruined. It floods in this spot. It really needs to be fixed up, and I think they should resurface all the way up to the end. Make it look like it's people actually take pride in what they do. I know it costs money and everything, I get that, but it would look nicer. More lighting too. So I come down here at like 6 o'clock one morning in winter, and it was as dark as dark than the majority of it. So I ended up using my torch. We're at 95% battery, because it's got a battery handle, so it's going through the built-in battery and the battery handle, this camera. It's 10:03 AM. So yeah, if you look here, you'll see what I'm talking about how it's all ruined from it. You can see where you're meant to go onto the pathway here, and it's just all gravel and rocks, and it's not Fraggle Rock though. Down at Fraggle Rock. But yeah, probably needs to be redone, looked after, pressure wash regularly, get rid of the weeds, do some edging, take pride in it, because kids walk along here from the school, from the Central State School. And it's just slush and yuck a lot of the time. You wouldn't want to be trying to go along here on a mobility scooter or a wheelchair or anything like that, even with crutches or anything to that effect. No, not at all. Not the safest. So. If you like these kinds of videos, let me know in the comments. Always helps. Lets the algorithm know that people actually are interested in this stuff. They like it. It really does help the channel out. The more people that subscribe, the more length of the videos you watch, like the amount of videos and how long you watch each video, tells the algorithm that people are enjoying it, so they allow it. You know, they'll recommend it more. It's part of the tennis courts here. One of the entrances, which is actually open. I'm not going to go in there, but it's there. Notice, no black sole shoes, no skateboards or rollerblades, no scooters, no bikes, no soft drink or alcohol. So you can have an energy drink in there, you can have water. I guess. By that. There you go. There's Calendar Park through there. And the tennis courts. There's a military type thing there, I forget what it's called. And there's your Central State School, Innisfail State School. Being a Sunday, it's fine to show through there because there's no kiddies. preschool, kindergarten. Don't know if it gets used anymore because it doesn't seem to be maintained. There's that pathway where we just came through. Yeah, it wouldn't even want to ride a push bike through there. You can see the signage there. Yeah, Department of Education, unauthorised entry, may lead to prosecution. No smoking, of course, and school watch. Where Coombs's cash store used to be. I don't know, Coombs's cash store always felt bigger than that spot on the corner. It always felt bigger, and it always seemed like it was a little bit further down. When I used to come there as a kid, like when my granddad was in hospital, we'd come down and buy him whatever he wanted. Sometimes we'd buy lollies for ourselves and soft drink, and he'd often want something from there. We'd ask him, go up and see him and ask him what he wants. So this is Emily Street. And then it's Rankin Street up there towards the hospital. Go up that way to the Catholic church, Catholic schools, like the primary school. Used to be an old house here, they moved. And there was going to be a block of units in that built there, but nothing ever come of it, not yet. So, yeah.
Hey.
Hey. Yeah, usually when I try and take photos, the camera goes up high. It's really annoying. So we're nearly up to an hour of video. To Innisfail State School. Working towards greater things, established 1887. So we go all the way down Emily Street to Warrina Lakes and have a look at the car park and see what they've done to it. See if it's finished. Should be. There is a car show on tomorrow at 2 PM till 5 PM. Monday down there. Bit of a like old school cars. The really old. I think it's similar to, or even the same as what they showed it when I recorded down at Brothers Leagues Club car park. Yeah, there's a woolly wagtail on the road there. Quite friendly birds when they're not nesting. So I don't know if you can see it properly. As far as so school, the signage and that. Environmental footprint school. There you go. Join us for Kindy LINQ. Children and families playing and learning together. Queensland Government. Yeah. That place that I thought they might have been knocking down, but they were just putting new balconies and stuff on, probably renovating inside some of them that we showed in older update videos way back last year before, something like that. Coming down to where they've done up a whole new tennis courts, basketball, netball for the school. Looks quite nice. Walked past here the other day, had a look. Like a bird on the road. Might be a bird on the road. Or, no, I don't know what it is. Just rubbish, I think. Yeah, it's hard to tell from here. Yeah, it's rubbish. See it just there. Yeah, garbage bag with a little bit in it. You can tell there. But anyway, here's the new facilities here. Quick look. Looks like they can just turn the things around. In my old videos you can see the old setup they had. Yeah, you can turn it around so it's netball, and if you turn it around it's basketball and so on. There's markings for tennis, because there used to be tennis courts there before. There's tennis and basketball more so, as you can see over the years. Big high fence so people don't jump in there, which people would too and use it after school hours and that. But yeah, you can see here where it's got the basketball and the netball. Very cool. So a netball hoop's at the same height in reality, like in your normal professional stuff, as a basketball hoop? That's a question. I wonder if they're the same height in a normal setting or just for this sort of setup. Oh, Grand Slam, no dunking. Well, it's got a picture of no dunking. Take a couple of photos while we're here. Put them on the video if they turn out, like always. The usual shenanigans. There's a Greek Orthodox. I'll stand up on the corner here and have a quick mosey on, a quick gander, quick look. So we're back down to Ernest Street. Yeah, Ernest. It's this one that we're going to cross over in a sec. And get back to Emily Street. Down to Warrina Lakes direction. Goes back towards town, towards Grey Street and all that, towards Coles. Prices Plus and so on. School crossing. We did put the flags. Whew. Very sweaty, very hot. Sometimes it's like, oh, can't wait to get home to the air conditioning. Cool off, do the editing, transfer the footage, do the editing, upload, and so forth. So you got Warrina Village here to my right, sort of retirement home stuff. I've known a few people who have lived there, but I've never been in there. Known a few different people that have lived in there. Some like it, some don't. There's Lady Street over there. And the next one down is Charles. This is on my left, further down, right down the end of the street. CCTV camera surveillance. I wonder if they still got all that, because you don't see the cameras. Now, realistically, it should be the most noticeable thing in here, is the cameras for crime prevention. I can see like solar things and sensor lights and all that, but I'm sure there is. But it should be one of the most noticeable things. Prevention. But anyway, let's continue along. Glady Street. The Lakes Retirement Village. No on-site community facilities. I'm sure these people are going to Warrina Lakes. It's very busy on the weekends. Especially now the nature play is finished. Finished for a while now. They get a turn and they're going to put their indicator on. Of course I don't indicate the white one. The other one did. What about this third one if they're going there? Not yet. Well, they didn't even indicate going the opposite way, so. A lot of people, if there's no cars around, oh no, that doesn't indicate. Yeah, better to Probably going to be very busy to do any video in here of the car park, but we should be able to see that it's finished anyway. Get an idea. Hopefully it's resurfaced really well and done professionally and all good. Good markings and easy to tell where you can and can't park. I just wish they'd do a pathway right from the entrance for people walking. A bit easier. Especially when it's wet and it's all sluggish and muddy and horrible. Anyway, still continue along. It's Charles Street down there where Villanova Home for the Aged used to be. Building's not still there, but it's like a backpacker hostel. Out of town workers and all that. Warrina Lakes. Beautiful places. I've done plenty of videos here, so you don't really need to go through the whole place and show it. Plenty videos. Innisfail mini rail link, I don't know if that's on today. Be good if they had lots of events here. Just be better for people to come down and get a feed and all that sort of stuff, and a barbecue. Just free barbecues down here. Here's your car park. Yeah, doesn't look too bad. Just needs to be maintained and kept clean. All that. There's so much we can show. There's a lot of kiddies around. Let's show what we can. And mosey on off. I'll be down here tomorrow anyway, so I might get to show a bit more. If they have all the cars set up here, like they did at the Brothers Leagues Club thing, then it'll be better. There's a lot of people here though. Must be something on, or they're just here for the nature play and the pump track and all that. Good if they had a full-on BMX track here as well. I don't know. A splash pad is what a lot of people say they'd love to see here. A full-on splash pad, like the one down in Mission Beach. Yeah, people go to birthday parties and things here. Undercover. Yeah, so many people there. There must be something on there. I don't think it's just a birthday party. More to it. We're not going to show towards the kids and that. The old caretaker's place. It hasn't been used as the caretaker's place for a while now. There's a lot of people in the main undercover area. There's your nature play. We can show that slightly. Well, we can't see any kids. Any children. I don't think the mini rail is on. I'm not sure. No parking on grass. Of course, there's always people who park on the grass, luring to themselves and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, far out, there's definitely a party or something there. There's balloons and that. Let's have a quick look where the mini rail goes. Looks like they're doing maintenance on it. A couple of people around. Someone driving on the grass, which I don't know, but anyway, it's not up to me. Yeah, Innisfail Mini Rail Inc. Very next station, every second Sunday of the month, from 10 AM till approximately 2 PM. Yeah, wow, ridiculous amount of people here. Wow, it's good to see. The gooses and ducks and whatever they got here. Sure someone will correct me, as people love to do. I think they get a kick out of correcting people. Yeah, there's no adventure playground in this spot anymore. Long gone. Oh, they're getting upset. Hey buddies. Yeah, this is where the playground used to be. No warning, just gone. And they mentioned it afterwards that they were getting rid of it. Anyway, I'm gonna have a slight rest here. So stop the camera. I'm not gonna charge it or anything, so I want to see how long I can get out of it. So we might go down here first. This is horrible to walk on. The pavers is sort of rotted away or whatever. A lot of erosion. And that. Yeah, it's very unstable to walk on. You don't want to go up where the turtles usually are. Last time I came here there was people swimming in this part. I was doing my video where I was hearing the sounds of Warrina lakes, the birds and all that, insects and whatever else was around at the time. There's usually plenty of turtles in here that we can have a look at. See if we can see them anyway, hopefully we can. Just keep the camera like that. Yeah, I can see them. Just hope it shows up on camera. See, like 20 of them. Wow. It's pretty cool. If there was any shade, I'd put the camera down and just let it record for a sec. For a minute or 5. We'll get some photos over here and try and see if we can see any of the turtles in the photos. Probably at the end of the video. I like how they pop their little heads out. One over here doing that. Pardon the running of the nose. What I can do about it. Anyway, this is a beautiful place to come and take video and photos and stuff. If you come down here, yeah, definitely bring your camera and stuff. It's definitely worth it. I was going to go and sit over there, but those people are heading straight to it. Straight to where I was going. Anyway, that's alright. There's some ibises. So old mate's got a chest mount on. Like a camera chest mount. There you go. Looks like the two are being taken over. Right near where I wanted to go, so I've got to walk the extra mile. If I wanted to go to another one. Oh, I don't want to show that child. So they got stuff for a birthday party. Well, I'm not going to show the whole place. Like I said, I've done it in so many videos now. Don't need to. They might just mosey down around behind the behind the pump track. And that way we can go through the car park again and show that a little bit. Like I said, I'll be back here tomorrow, so it's all good. So I don't think I'm going to leave that and just let grass grow over it, all that dirt from when they were doing the car park. I do need to go home and get rest later. But tomorrow, big day. So I'll probably be here that whole time from 2 to 5. Trying to get as much video as possible and photos and whatnot. And being a Monday, there shouldn't be children around as much. Not at the start of it anyway. Bit of mulch here. That's what it looks like. This is the pump track. Quick look. What time is it now? Out of interest, 10:26 a.m. It'd be nice to do proper drainage here and pathway from the car park to the pump track would be great. Anyway, whatever they do, they do. But yes, there'll probably be part 1, part 2, part 3 video. It only allows a certain amount. The editing software, it'll have to output it into a higher thing. So, into higher file size. I like how they've got this sort of a bit here, but it'd be nice if they had things so you couldn't drive past it, sort of thing, so you can. So it's easier for people to walk through here. Because some people will just park on there, on this part in between. Yeah, this would be good for the car thing. It'd be nice if they had shade cloth over it. People would trash it like they did with the one at the pool. Hopefully not. Even proper aluminum covering. Oh, yes, quite warm. So there you go. That's the new car park and a bit of other stuff at Warrina Lakes. Always worth coming down. It's a car park. Just to give you another look. Glad that's finished. Sorry I didn't get to come down sooner, it's just so hot. I know I've had other videos to do, like the KFC opening. The first opening, and didn't get to go to the second one. Sick of people not indicating, but anyway, it's up to them. It's unsafe, but some people just don't seem to care. Warrina Lakes Learning Hub over here. There's an old Warrina Lake signing that really needs fixing up and replacing and all that. Very run down. We'll get a photo of it though. You never know, one day it'll be gone. Actually, smells like old seafood here in this spot. Rotting seafood. Like someone's dumped stuff, just thrown stuff. Ugh, yeah, it's terrible. There's nails on there. Nails as in fingernails. It'd be nice if they looked after the grounds of this. I expect people to hire out rooms in here and everything and use them. The old Endeavour Foundation building, but they don't really maintain the yard. I know they're charging really cheap for the rooms, and the best ones would be gone by now. Like you could use for a YouTube studio or something. Yeah, they were pretty cheap per week or per fortnight, whatever it was, or per month. I forget what they were charging. But here's the old Villanova home for the aged. Like I said, it's for seasonal workers and that now. People from out of town. Of course, this place, nearly every time I walk past on a Sunday or Saturday, they've got loud music going. No consideration for anyone else. I mean, I like loud music. But, you know, I've got respect for other people, so I don't go overboard. They just, yeah. I keep our place closed up when I've got music on. You can't hear it outside. So look how run down this looks now, sadly. Yeah, it's very sad. It was a Catholic nursing home, Villanova. A lot of the Catholic community donated a lot of money to get this place done, get this place built, and a lot of people were really upset when it got sold. no consultation to anybody else, to the anyone that donated money towards it, anything like that. So they used to have the big signage and flowers, nice flowers and things, which I've shown in videos. Yeah, I've shown in videos over the time. So 0% battery life in the camera itself. Now there's 73% in the handle, all the other way around. It doesn't tell you which one's which, it just says, oh no, the camera's got 72, the handle's got 0%. It said it was fully charged when I left home. Yeah, it's not the best battery life in this handle. It's time to get a new battery handle. They're not the cheapest thing to buy, so if anyone wants to donate towards it, feel free. Don't have to. Never feel obligated. But you know, if you feel you want to, use the PayPal link in the description. It's funny how some taxi drivers that have known you for like 20, 30 years are really friendly, and some of them aren't. Yeah, some of them will wave, some of them don't. Some of them will just look at you like you're doing something wrong when you're walking along, even if without a camera. No, pardon the nose, because Charles Street. Not far away from where I was talking about the old video easy earlier. And there's Alice Street through there.
Total 5 kilometers. 1 hour
5
13
kilometers.
minutes 49 seconds. 7,480 steps. Heart rate 128 beats per minute.
And this is supposed to be our winter. It's quite warm. It's nice earlier in the day, like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, but as soon as that sun comes right out, oh yeah. We're recording for 82 minutes. I never stopped to have that rest at Warrina Lakes. There's too many people in the spots I wanted to go to because I didn't want to walk too far. Then I'd already walked a lot. And that. Yeah, I was walking down that street one day and someone flew a drone over me. I wasn't recording. One where the community centre is. But who it was, I couldn't see anybody that would have been flying it. They were probably inside a place or on a veranda or a patio or something doing it. So I couldn't actually see who it was, but you know, it was a bit Continue along, whatever shows to the left and the right. Okay, here with no one watching him. Cars galore, of course. Place is on the contract. Thank you. Oh yes, power shed that I showed before. It's hard to show it during the week because there's usually people there and they pull up and yeah. So we'll show what we can now. We'll keep going straight, I think, onto Edith Street. We might head back to where we started. It's getting too hot. That's the trouble. I'm trying to do as long as I can, but in this heat, the humidity. Oh. No, people would do it overseas. Walk 8 hours, 9 hours plus. But it's different temperatures, different feel to it. And it's still hot in those places, don't get me wrong. So it would be, but like for me, it's, here. Different sort of humidity and weather, and just down towards where we started, down that way. Came down over the hill and that. Head onto this footpath. towards the old Big Rooster, Red Rooster KFC. There's the last old KFC across the road. Used to be Paramount Service Centre or something way back, and it was bar track tyres at one stage too. Yeah. But it was KFC the longest that I know of. It's weird seeing behind these places. You don't really take any notice of. The bin's got Halligan, Halgan, Partial Limited. If you look at my photos in my last album on Old and New Innisfail photos, you'll see a little Catholic type tile that I zoomed in on. Well, that was right up here. You won't be able to see it in the video, but it's up here. Above the old Jonas Catch, Red Rooster, Big Rooster, KFC, all that. Noodle place. Should tour hub, there's a nest up there. Hope you can see it in this lighting. Never really seen anyone in here. It must get used. Goondoi. Yeah, it's not Gundi. Studio Cafe, Tattoo Place, Any Ink, NCC, Building the North, Commercial, Domestic and Insurance, and the Backpackers, Innisfail Budget Backpackers. Used to be Innisfail Building Supplies, and Sepand Kebab. A chap from Sepand Kebab bought the whole thing and turned it into a Backpackers. A lot of rubbish everywhere. Even though there's a bin, toilet paper everywhere. It doesn't look good. Not a good look. Rubbish here. People partying with a lay. Not Lay's chips though. Kayla Lawyers, and then Rebel Coffee, trying to think of the name then, it escaped me. There's where you go into the Innisfail taxi office, where they put in a cover and a hose and a bit of a shed. And then Commonwealth Hotel, drive through, we showed earlier. I've got a photo on the same location album on Innisfail, on Old and New Innisfail photos on Facebook, and it's got this more the way it is now, and then it's got an old school photo with draft horses and that outside it. And it's quite good being able to see both. Page Park, you get to see the old with the new. We're not overly backtracking because we never walked on this footpath here earlier. But we are going to cross over. So I'm not going to be able to go till the battery runs out. I tried. It's just so hot, so humid, so horrible. There's another wagtail, and while it was on the seat, it's back on the seat. Flying around and then back on the seat. It'd be nice if they did up this park and made it really nice to sit, have a cover over that seat. I remember there used to be a playground there. It was like a Lions Park or Rotary Park or something. I think it was Lions. I was not 100% on that. But I remember it being there, and there was sort of an archway thing and covered seating. Quite a done-up utility vehicle, ute, as we call them. Truck. Americans don't like to call them. There's Page Park signage. And back where we showed Repco and all that before. Well, yeah, definitely check out Old and New Innisfail photos on Facebook. Definitely worth checking out for Old and New Innisfail photos. Feel free to add your own, anywhere between Innisfail, Cardboard, Up into the cattle, sorry. And in between all that, including them, check it all out. Yeah, definitely add your own. Keep it all G-rated. No drug, alcohol, sexual references, any of that sort of stuff. No bullying on the group at all. And you get deleted straight away. You got to accept the rules, or Facebook just boots it, your request. If you don't accept the rules at the bottom of the list of stuff, it's all just, you know, no bullying, no swearing, keep it all G-rated, that type of thing. So keep the health of the channel growing good, as they put it, so that, you know, the channel doesn't get deleted, the page I mean. Same with Bestestimes Reborn. Keep it all G-rated. Your comments, no bullying. Suggestions, yeah. Constructive, yeah. Nastiness, no. No nastiness against anybody else. And that, no. We've done nearly 6 kilometres. It's 10:42 AM. It's Pelican Street. It's your coastal marine and outdoors. We mentioned it earlier. It wasn't so hot. We definitely would have went till the battery went flat. Guarantee that. It's a tobacconist, lottery agent. They sell torches and stuff in here too. Tomcat torches. I don't know if they're any good. Super heavy duty Tomcat torches. High power focusing torch. $18.95. I don't know, $18.95 for a torch. Too sure on that one, but we'll walk through here. Show the new paintwork. Hopefully that's just an undercoat, because like I've said, it'll have a lot of mould in no time. See, this used to be all the news agency too, or at least from this here down, I think. Yeah, this here down. So there was a fire, and now it's just smaller and it's not a full news agent. There used to be beds and stuff in here, like medical type beds. I wonder if something else is going in there. I don't know. There used to be a coat machine here, toilets behind that, and where there used to be a massage, chiropractor. Chiropractor was in there. Which used to be, what do you call it? Used to be Blockbuster Video. It's Tropic cartridges and printing. Poochie's Lounge, there's a dog groomer and all that. Yeah, I think the guy's looking for somewhere. Everything's closed. Even wobbling bicycles. They're closed Sundays and public holidays. This was Jackson & Jackson. And it was Repco for a while, but all the way along here was the Big Tomato. Yeah, the Big Tomato at one stage. All the way along. Big Tomato fruit barn on your way home. Huh. There was a seafood place in here for a little while. Yeah, the stuff's still in there. Keep chilled. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you should be able to see that. One of the old Jackson & Jackson signs is in there too. I'm going to get a quick photo. So when you see this on the end of the video, you'll see, you'll know where I'm talking about, where it was taken. Get it right. There's the Gundi auto wash. Whoop. Camera adjusts itself now and then. It's like he was looking for tropic cartridges and printing. He kept looking in the window. It's not open on a Sunday, and most places aren't. It's just normal. So like I said, you go into the auto wash. And network car and truck rental and car detailings. Yeah, they've got a fair bit here. There's a dog wash. Everton. Seems to do quite well, this car wash. Yeah. Well, I see a lot of cars, especially in the bays and in this part over here, where you can vacuum and clean out and not do all that. Yeah. Very popular. Very common, especially on the weekend, to see it full. It's the Metro we showed before, and the Innisfail Motors Group. It'd be nice if all this gravel they've gotten rid of and they put a proper driveway in. So much nicer to walk on. Anyway, we'll show across the road because there's a chappie coming. A bit of respect. It's going to be TJ's Diner. Coming soon. The old Bundy Hill Bakery. I wonder if that's a window we could just go and order something in that, where they're going to do that. That'd be good for people walking past. Like for me, go, if the prices aren't overpriced and the stuff's nice, or to my liking, personal preference and that, then go and get a drink. Sometimes. And the Metro is good for the bigger cans of Pepsi. Quite often $2.50, not always though. Yeah, not always. It's the thing, I could go in there now, which I'm going to. Get a can of this Pepsi. It's bigger than a standard can. See if it's $2.50. Like the usual pricing. Sometimes they're $3 something and that's, I'm not paying that. I mean, it's still better than a normal can in that, and cheaper. So, one of those things. Close up my bag. Some encouragement it is so much. Oh, the air conditioning's good in here. A lot of places to go into here. Well, yeah, $2.50. I'll show you the drink. Just a Pepsi and Slaps varieties. 440 mil. Yeah, 440 mil. Big can. Anyway. Stevenson Village Pie, I've never heard of them. No. Milk special at $1. Yeah, 50.
Thank you.
Thank you. Camera right off angle, as it tends to do. It's getting old now. Camera's starting to show its age. Camera back down so I can put my money away. Straighten it up so you can at least have something to see. In the time. Yeah, it's good. They still got them for that. 440 mils for $2.50. Very nice. Oh, it's really good. Nice and cold. It'll be a little bit colder, but it's at the best as well. I'll have a bit of this drink. And you get an idea what it's like here. Straighten it up. That is the Bruce Highway you're seeing along there. .36 kilometers. An hour 33. 10:53 a.m. Anyway, let's continue along. Do what we got to do. Show what we can as we go along. It's still a fair bit of a walk. And the battery is getting lower because it's getting older. So it might run out before we get to where I want to finish the video. Sort of across from where we started. Oh, pardon me. Airport used to be Caltex. What I showed earlier. Caravan. Cobra. Got Cobra written on it. King Cobra XL. In there. That King Cobra XL. Anyway, we might cross just before the pub actually. When there's no one sitting outside there, I'll go past. That's the way some people are. Could be intoxicated people as well, so it's usually better to cross over. And we'll go up to where we started the video. But I know that person was going to park real weirdly. Stop, probably got someone out, pick someone up. I would have been able to go across. They're backing in. That's where we just come from, that direction. As you reach plumbing, we don't usually show it from this angle. So you can see the advertising that they have on there. And the random Coles trolley, as we expect to see somewhere. Yeah. I can smell like fish and chips and that type of stuff. Maybe they have it at the Windy Hill. Oh, I know they have Nealt at the back, which people really like. Some like, some don't. Station Street, down there. You can get to the railway station that way. barber and Jasmine Thai massage I showed earlier, the Gwynedd Hill Hotel, and where Kirby's Corner used to be, Kirby's Corner Shops. Glad they still left the sign there. I hope they keep it there. It's part of history. We'll do the sign up. Railway crossing. Oh, so sorry about the nose running. I do try my best. Try and clear it out before the video. Sometimes even stop the recording and try. But it just runs. Tried sprays and medicated stuff. No good. Tablets you can get from the supermarket as well, all these different ones. No good. We make boxes opal. I showed that another day and there's like the weed growing through it. So you can't see the opal properly. Sort of defeats the purpose. Yep. Pardon me. But yes. Definitely check out those YouTube channels I mentioned earlier. Show your support. Subscribe if you want to this channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe, the usual stuff. And let your friends know all about the channel. Check out old new Innisfail photos on Facebook. Much appreciated, all the support. People who comment. It'd be amazing to get comments from the Canadian YouTubers, the Triple T community. That would be phenomenal. And people that are in the chats that I'd recognise their names, that are in their live stream chats and that. See them on my video in the comments would be great. And if you're wondering why I don't live stream, it just doesn't work for me. I've tried it and I've used the different softwares that people recommend, the apps and stuff. Set it to the highest picture quality in full reception and it just doesn't work. It stuffs up. The picture quality is just terrible and no one's on there. You only get like 1 or 2 people sometimes that would be on the video, in the chat on the live streams, or one person watching or none. It was just a waste of data for me. It's not worth it. Maybe the channel gets bigger and I end up with a better phone. I don't know. I'll have a look at the golf course car park. That's where I was heading over to show all that towards the ticket booths of the showgrounds. But yeah, so that's why I don't live stream. But anyway, stay safe, stay cool, stay dry if it's raining, wherever you are, stay safe wherever you are. And we'll catch you in the next one. Let's try to get to 700 subs by the end of the year, 1,000 if possible. I'll catch you later.